Welcome back to a very basic space program. Last time we finished off putting our craft in onto the surface of the two moons of Mars. We put them back into orbit so they can act as relays. This episode, we're going to start some work. We're going to do a couple of different things, but one of them is going to be we're going to be building potentially a lander for landing on Mars, or at least for testing that atmospheric interface. So this is going to be the Mars Atmospheric Interface Test 1. So yeah, if you want to see that and a few other things, please join me. Alright, so you can see very clearly we've taken a Mars Pathfinder craft. We're going to do a little bit of modification. We might put some actual sensors on it for once, for example. I don't think we can upgrade anything, can we? Let's just have I don't think we may have got better science, but I'm not in a hurry to do anything with that. So what we're going to do is this is going to deliver it to Mars. This is hopefully going to slow it down around Mars a little bit. And then the plan is we're going to use this section here to land. Big problem, don't have a heat shield, so we need to put a heat shield on this. Let's have a look. What have we got? We could go with, let's have a look. Where's my heat shield options? We want something that's going to be lunar rated. What's a 4? That's too big. I can't remember how big this craft is. That's too big as well, I think. Is that too big? Let's just stick that on there. Yeah, that's very big. We don't need that. That's excessively sized. What else do we have? We get, so what was that, 3? We got 2. Is that another lunar rated heat shield? Lunar rated heat or LEO? Okay, we better not get those mixed up. Let's do it by mass. 2.5 would be nice. Oh, they're heavy. 2.5 a lunar rated heat shield. Be big. It's okay. Now I don't know whether I want to put an aero shell on this. I think I want my RCS to be available. So we're going to take that, we're going to put that up to there, like so. We're going to then take this off, actually. Let me cheeky. Oh, no, we can't do that, because that's, okay. We've ruined it, we've broken it. We've broken it already, it's already broken. That needs to come to there, yeah. We're going to put that on there, like so. Okay. That's good, so that's going to work. And then what we'll do is we'll actually, if I just do this, let's just do it once. Take that, put that there, get rid of that, do that, and then actually I don't want that. Where's my shroud? Get rid of the shroud. Good. And then this will sit underneath like that. That's what we're going to aim for. But first of all, I need to fix this craft up. I don't think I'm going to need that much delta V. So we're running at that there. What's it going to be in atmosphere? I want this to be around Mars. There we go. Right, around Mars, atmospheric. Oh, that's interesting. Does it go down much? I suppose Mars got very, very low, very thin atmosphere, but it's not really having a big impact. So thrust to weight normally versus high up is pretty much the same. Okay. What I was thinking was we want to do a bit of aero capture type stuff, so we're going to use a heat shield for that. We're going to skim it through the atmosphere. But then I need to not have these engines. Okay, and I'm actually going to take this off as well. We're going to do something else with that. What I was looking at, and I think these are the ones somebody mentioned. Let's have a look. Where are they? The TD, they're pressure fed, unlimited ignitions. They're not massively powerful, but let's have a look. Okay. Do they work with this is the question. 3, 4 of them. So I believe, where are they? Are they from the Mariner or something? No, the Mariner ones are there. So where are these from? These are the vernier system for the Surveyor probes. Okay. What's the main engine on the Surveyor probe? I don't know, but this'll do. This will do. Do we want redundancy of any sort? Do we want extra engines? Let's put an extra set of them on. There we go. It doesn't cost us much. It kills a bit of delta V. Then this bit can go back in. We're going to resize this. So this is going to be, I really should have landing legs, but I don't have landing legs. Well, I don't really want to put them on. Let's see. Do I want to do something with this? First of all, I want to change it to be a cylinder. And then I want to reduce its length. There we go. That's good. And we could actually put the landing legs on it if I make it wider. Yeah, there we. That's a bit close to the engines. The engines are going to gimbal. There we go. That's fine. That is fine. Okay, and then let's grab some landing legs while we're here, because I'm just gonna. Is that, wow, those are huge. Got any tiny little ones? Those are big as well. Is there smaller? Do we have smaller landing legs? Is what we're wondering. We're going to use the engines to land on. That's that never goes wrong ever, does it? Engine landing is never a problem for us. It's never a problem. Right, that's going to be like that. Then that would go up to there, like. Hello? Uh-oh. Oh no. We've got it on high levels of symmetry. And yeah, thank you. And did I click as well? Did I click? I think I clicked. I think I clicked. Come on. No, I didn't click. Oof. Right. Right. Let's see if we can just pull that in there, like so. There we go. That's fine. Right. I think we want to make this wider. I want to make this wider, like so. And what? Actually, you know what? I could be really cheeky and just make it all-encompassing. There we go. And then we'll recess this into there as a little shell. Yeah, I was thinking of an aero shell. We're not going to do an aero shell. I don't think that's going to catch on. Yeah, it's not. I think the mesh is okay. I think the mesh will be okay. What we can do is go a little bit bigger. Maybe a little bit. Yeah, there we go. That's better. And then what we can do is we can pull this up as well, just like that. I think that's going to work for us. There we are. That's not the prettiest thing in the world, but it will do. And then we can move this one up just a smidgen. Put that on like so. There we go. Now, of course, this is going to have to go in a transfer window. I'm aware of that. We have to put this into a transfer window. And our current transfer window for Mars is taken up. We also have a mission for a transfer for a sample return from Phobos, which I'm looking at and going, it's like a 1.5 million job. Is it actually worth us, or should we just do more Phobos landings? So that's one as well. So there we go. That's that. Now, this is interesting. I think that stage there still gives us a required delta V. That gives us a required delta V. That I think should be able to land. However, I would like to put some parachutes on, because I'm actually, if we get through the atmosphere, I want to test parachutes. That's one of the things I want to do. So we're gonna put some parachutes on. Let's just get in here, and we're gonna put them, because we want to warm them, of course. We want to warm the parachutes prior to them going off, like so. We're gonna put them there near the heating elements, or as I like to call them, the radioactive material. Right, so I want to make this yeah, there we go. That's going to be like that. I would like them, where are they on my little list? Are they there, are they? Okay, so they're after that. What's that? Who is that? Where is that? That's that, okay. Well, where are these? Where are these engines at? Where are you? You're there. Well, these should be on at the same time as those engines. There we go, that fixes that a bit. And then I want, when's this one? That's that one. So where's this one? Is that? No, this is annoying. That's that one. Okay. So that one needs to come well before that. Okay. That's the main engines for that and that. And then I need another one of these, and probably want to get rid of that before we fire the parachutes, I think. Right. Deployment altitude. I don't even know. I do not even know. We're going to go for Mars. I don't know how thick the atmosphere gets around Mars. Do I need drogue chutes? Probably I will, actually. Go main chute first. Deploy at that. Deploy at that. I don't need to pre-deploy that high. Let's make it 3. Full deployment at 1,000. Apply to all symmetry counterparts. So this currently weighs 0.004 tons. What's it going to do when I? What does that say? What was that? Yeah, I didn't see what you said. Right, it says warning: the mass of the parachute has too high, and the parachute has been set to the limit. I see. So the limit is whatever that is. Oh, I want to change this number of parachutes. I've got 3 of them. There we go. What about that? Apply to all symmetry sets. Right, we probably, hello, thank you. Right, so what has it actually done to us then? Total part mass is high, wow. Oh, my final velocity, you know what? Wanted touchdown speed, I you know, 100 meters per second is fine. I'm fine with that. Apply to symmetry. Right, that's better. Is that more sensible? Right, so that should slow us down to 100, and then these engines can slow us down more. I don't think that's going to be enough time, so let's make it 50, and then apply to symmetry counterparts. Right, that does work. That does. So we can go down to 50, and then these engines just can slow us down from 50. So technically, I don't need all that fuel. There is a thought in itself, isn't it? We could actually lighten the entire thing with a bit less fuel in here. We could actually, yeah, we can make it a lot lighter. Right. That thruster weight does not look good, does it? Hello. Where's that? Are you... That's in the wrong place. I need, when this goes, the parachutes are then ready, and that's going to fire. Those are then going to be active, because they're not actually going to be accessible before that. That's okay. But when this goes, this one here, I actually do want you lot to be active, because you're going to give me orientation control and other such stuff. You may actually be doing forward and backwards as well. We're thinking about that. All right, so I think that's the modification I want to make. I think that's the craft. We may put a bit more science on it, or I may just leave it like it is. I am debating a lot right now what we're doing. That is not a lot of thrust. I suppose the parachutes have now weighed us down a bit. So can I change my mind about having that load there, or do I keep this? It is going to slow us down. We are going to be doing 50 at 1,000. We're doing 50 at 1,000. We're going to lose a gravity. Yeah, well, let's see what happens. The main aim here is to actually understand the atmosphere a bit. We haven't sent anything into Mars' atmosphere, not meaningfully anyway. So that's going to be that, and I think that's what we're going to do. And I'm going to send one of them. I'm going to send one because I don't think it has to be a new vessel. I don't think it has to be a new vessel. So that is a possibility. And it's going to cost us a little bit of funds, but what are we talking about? We've got one tank of tooling, so let's tool that. I'm going to purchase that. It saves nothing. I'm just getting another size tooling done. Of course, I think in the newest versions of RP-1, you will have to pay for maintaining tooling, or there was a debate about whether you're going to have to maintain for that. There's also a big update coming in the next month or so, so I will have to decide whether we want to actually start a new series on that. So good to have comments down below whether you want us to start a brand new series from the start, and you can see me trying to learn actually, because I don't know anything about it. I know it's got programs and it's got launch complexes and it's got all sorts of things. It's a bit more involved, bit going on. Be a bit like a hard series. We might do something like a bit like Hard and Uncut, maybe would be an idea. Right. So I think that is that done. Have I built it? I don't know if I've built it yet. Is it being built? Is the building occurring? It's on here, isn't it? It is not. So what we'll do is we'll build one of those. Yeah, give me those bits. Lunar rated heat shield and that. The lunar rated heat shield should be alright. Again, I do not expect this to land, actually. I just want to see what the interaction is with the atmosphere. Mars atmosphere, I do very little around Mars, and so just putting this through the Mars atmosphere will, I think, be a learning experience for us. I think that would be a good thing for us to have a look at. So that's going to build. That will take a little bit of time. We do have a window coming up. What are my launch pads like? That's a 700 ton. That's a 350. These weigh all over. Yeah, these all weigh. Hello. Yeah, these all weigh over that there. I wonder whether we build ourselves an unlimited pad if we have time. Right, let's go and see if we can. How much it's going to cost to get a bigger pad, I think. Right, so I'm just having a look at this. We can go for an unlimited pad, which would be ready just before the Mars window. And if we went for an unlimited pad, we could put any craft we want on, and that would also support our launches to the moon, which we're going to go for manned, because I am actually going to have to build a quite stonkingly large vehicle for that, I think. The alternative is I go for this level 6, which is going to cost us 1 million, we limit ourselves to that mass, which is, you know, double what we've got at the moment. But I don't know. I mean, are we going to use that much? I tend to end up going unlimited, so maybe it would be better having 2 unlimited pads than having, you know, that and that. It is, yeah, you know what? I'm going to call this pad LC, I don't know. Give me a number. What episode? We're on episode 79. There we go. Episode 79, LC 79, and it's 700. It's unlimited. Unlimited. There we go. Unlimited. There we go. So, what would you like to build it? Yes, I would. It's going to take a big chunk of funds, but I think we do it. I think we invest. We want to go. We want to go to the moon. We want to go land on the moon. So I think we do need that. It does mean we've taken funds away from what we're going to do with the research facilities and the shuttles and stuff. But again, we need a big pad for shuttles or anything like that. So that pad's going to be done and sorted, and that's actually a big positive for us. All right. I think we're going to jump over, and I wasn't going to show you Pathfinder Venus, but let's go and see what's actually happening with it and stuff. I don't really want to jump over to... it's going to be a while, I think, until we do launches. We could do another bit of building, because I have some other building I want to do, but I don't want to do an episode that's pure building. So let's go and have a look at the Venus, I think. We are here with the Venus Pathfinder. I don't even know which number we're on now. I think is this number 4, number 3, number 2? I don't know. I think it's 3. 3, is it? I think so. I'm just checking over the missions that we have. So for this one, it's basically atmospheric science, landing science, orbital science. So we need to be aware of that. Let's have a look at how we are doing. It's quite a few days out. I think it's like 70 days out or something like that. So what we will do is, yeah, you can see it's quite a way out. We'll bring up the alarm, and I'm going to put us into a little time warp, and then we're going to just move faster, I think is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to, you notice I did that thing where I started doing that one jolt first, and then we move in. There we go. So what we got? Ooh, the moon, space high. So we're getting science from the moon. That's good as well. I should point out our science is still rolling in. There you go. So we've had 70 days there. We've not actually got a lot of science from the surfaces of. Oh, we've got probably about 50. We've got quite a lot of science that should be coming in from Mars, but is not coming in from Mars right now. I'm just aware of. Right. So this thing, what's the periaps? The periaps is quite nice actually from Bradley. Do I need to put this thing into orbit? I probably do. Probably do need to put this thing into orbit. So we'll just we'll get ourselves into the sphere of influence, and then we're gonna go straight towards, I think, periaps. I'm not too fussed about you know, where we actually end up with this. It is entirely is it entirely? Yeah, we're gonna warp there. Warp to there. So it's going to take us a day to get in there. And again, this series is not a speed. If we were speed running this series, we would have done this a lot sooner than this. But also, I do have other missions being launched right now. We are you know, we're not optimized space program. I think we're going to capture, and then I'm actually going to bring. Yeah, I'm going to capture. That's so Pathfinder 1, Pathfinder 2. We're going to come in on Polar. We're going to capture here. Yeah, we'll capture into something like a capture orbit. What's it going to take for me to do it is the question. I've got 2,500 meters per second. Is it going to take a lot of that? Well, I can use a bit of it. There we go. We can actually take ourselves all the way down to there, can't we? Yeah. See, the more I do that, the easier that comes in, but I don't really want to do that. So I want to leave some behind. We'll do that. Yeah, that's it. Right. Because what we have to remember is that this will be left behind in orbit. This section here, this section is going to go for landing, and we'll be using some of that for the braking burn, landing burn, all that sort of stuff. Right. So I think we want to go for there, don't we? Yeah, I think we do. I think I want to bring it in. I want to go for it. We've got that. What's that? That's the departure, isn't it? Yeah, that's going to change soon anyway. Right. So we're orbit, retrograde. We're going to turn on our RCS, I think. There we go. And this should be okay right now. That's the... Which one is this? This is the... That's that one. It's this one. That one's there. Interesting. This is all backwards, isn't it? So I actually want that one to go first, and then yeah, that's okay. That's why we have a bit of it. This is why I've had issues with this before, I think. Right. How long until I'm at my apoapsis? Time to periapsis. All right, so I've got 5 minutes, and this burn is going to be a burn time is 7 minutes. So we're gonna just go a little bit further. I want to go to about there. That's okay. Right, we're gonna put it on the node it, and then we're gonna fire those engines. There we go. Right. And then we're going to hit the timey-wimey warp button because I do not need to sit here while this goes on. There we go. We got a bit of roll there. It should counter itself out over time. Now, also, I need to remember with this one that when we decouple, we get a whole situation where this thing starts to play up completely and it acts really weird because we're actually controlling from here, which is inverted. We need to remember that. Right, so we should be coming in for a capture, is what we're looking for. And again, we're putting this in a sort of polar orbit primarily because I'd like to land in the sunlight for once. Also, if I can land sort of in here somewhere, that would be a massive bonus for me. We will see. We will see what happens. We're gonna try and fly this a little differently to the previous ones. We'll see how it goes. Right, let's have a look. 800. What I'd really like to do is dump this section once we get into a capture orbit, let it do its own thing, and then use this lower section to get into a nice tight orbit, and it can now get signal from these other craft. Now we've got craft around here. If we actually put this on, are we getting, yeah, we're getting bounce signal off other things, which I think is really useful for us that we didn't used to get, which is a massive positive. All right, let's have a look. Coming in. So we're going to try and do this a little bit of a different mission. Instead of in the past we were using, we're basically just having to land straight away because of the way we designed it. We now have communications around this planet. They're not brilliant, but they're enough for us to actually be able to do something. I'm also keeping a mind on some of these things as well because I am aware that stuff and things happen. Right, we need to stay up about perhaps of there, don't we? Let's just kill out there. Yeah, let's do that. It's just kill it. There we go. Right, I'm okay with that. Now we're going to do a decouple. We're going to decouple that. There we go. That's gone. And then we want to decouple the other bit. That bit there. Uh-oh. Okay. Oof. Right, so this thing's going to just sit in orbit now. It's going to do its stuff and things. Does it have, what's the actual target? We want to, this one is going to do the orbital science bit. So it is, apoapsis needs to be below 30 something. So it can actually continue to retrograde it, I think. Yeah, it can continue to retrograde. And we're going to actually just fire these engines a bit. Not like that though. We're going to fire them actually properly. There we go. That's better. Right, and it's going to pull this down reasonably low. We're going to try and get it to at least so it's going to carry out that mission for us, and then we know that mission is just going to be done. It's going to be sorted. Right, let's have a look. It is soon going to get there, I hope. I should really have measured the delta V requirement for this step, because the next one I really want to do the same thing with, and it'll be interesting to see just how much delta V it's going to take. We need to get below 30 million meters, which is it's not a small number actually. It's it is a decent altitude, isn't it? Yeah, you're very noticeably. I think is that considered low flyby? I can't remember what Venus is. I know Earth's got a really weird one because we've got the geostationary orbit is like the key to it all. Whereas I think the other planets tend to not rely upon that as a marker, so there's a bit of an inconsistency there. I'm sure. I personally think there should be three layers in the Earth system. I think you should have above geostationary, very low Earth orbit, and then you should have that middle or medium height orbit in the middle there, just to make it a bit more interesting. I can't remember where the atmosphere starts for this. We may need to be thinking about that actually. We should be there soon though. I think it's one. I think it's like Earth. It's not much different. Right, that's now done. That can be stopped. Right. Okay. Have you got your science equipment turned on? You might as well. Okay. And we might as well turn off this thing because I don't want to hear warnings anymore. Okay, and I probably need to rename you as well, probably. There we go. Pathfinder 3 Orbiter. Orbiter. There we go. Would help if I actually named it correctly. Now let's get back on here. Can I grab the other bit of you? Are you the other one here? No, I can't. Would you be? What are you? Are you a lander? Are you a relay? Oh, that's the one. So I want to switch to that. Get into it. Get. There we go. Right. So this is the one that is now going to be flying off and preparing to go elsewhere much more rapidly. So what I want to do is try and mess around with this a little bit. Right, we can see that our craft is actually getting a signal from elsewhere. It's getting it from the relays. It's getting it from all of that. I think it's getting it from all three of the actual orbiters at the same time. Yeah, so we've got our relays up there. You've got this Pathfinder Venus 1, Pathfinder Venus 2 are both providing signal. So you can see we are getting reasonable signal. Now, next step. Do I bring this down a bit more? I think I do. I think I want to bring it down more. So we're going to put this in retrograde. I'm going to fire its engines again. So we've now got 2,000 meters per second, which is beautiful. So we've now, because we've got rid of that orbiter, this thing now has a much more delta V in reality for it to do its stuff and things with. Now, what am I controlling you from? Am I controlling you from here is the question. Am I controlling you from here? Because that would be important. Where is the button? Control from here. There we go. Thank you very much. Knew there was going to be something weird about that. Yeah. So what we've actually got there is it automatically goes to the lander to be in control, which is a little annoying. But, you know, as long as you remember, it's not a problem. Right, I'm going to fire some engines, and we can see, yeah, we've got the apoapsis coming down. So what I want to do, because I want to land here, we're actually going to try and pull the apoapsis down. We can do as many burns as we want. I want to land in the sunlight because I have not landed in the sunlight properly before. Now, I'm aware that this thing is likely to have a problem with its parachutes. We've had that before. Hopefully we can actually get it so that we've got signal all the way down. So what we can do is try and sync up our landing with some of the orbits. Now the interesting thing for me is this orbiter is going to be potentially overhead on this track because we've detached it the way we are. So if we can get the timing right, we can actually use it as a relay. I don't know what its range is going to be like though, so we may have to bring that down a bit. So it might be a multi-step process. But what I do want to do is hurry this up a bit. Now, what we can see is our periaps has now dropped significantly below where I want it to be. We're going to pull that up a little bit on our first orbit round because we do not want to actually go into the atmosphere just yet. I hope not. Anyway, periaps is, yeah, so we're actually coming okay. That's not a problem. Right. Right, which way do I want to go? I want to, let's turn that off, get this on here. I would like to do, let's think, I actually want to burn inwards a bit. Do I? I think I want to burn there. Yeah, so we're actually going to pull our periaps, we were going to pull our periaps up a bit there. Let's see if I can do that a bit. Is that going to help us? Yeah, that's probably going to do a little bit better. There we are. We're gonna just bring our periaps up from this burn. In fact, you can see the periaps is going up a bit now. Instead of doing another burn later on, we'll just combine these two in one, and we'll probably have to still do a little burn there. But yeah, it's not as terrible. Let's have a look. Let's speed this up a bit. There we go. We're going to get this up to at least, I think, probably about 200, because we want to stay reasonably high. Yeah, there we go. And we're going to kill it now. There we go. Right. So that's going to be where we're going to sit that. Now, do we move the orbiter? We're going to let this run through a bit. I want to see if we can actually get signal when there's this sort of distance, and I want to see what the strength of the signal is. More importantly, hello, what are we doing? Why are we slowed down? That was better. Thank you. Right. So we are getting signal from the lander? Lander to lander? Now that's interesting. Yeah, we're getting signal. So this should be okay, even from the height of orbit. Venus Pathfinder 2 batteries are getting low. We need to actually change that. Is that because it's being used as a relay? Okay, right. I need to knock those off, actually. We need to go in and change those. I'll do that in between episodes. We'll change Pathfinder 2 and 1, so they're not putting up those battery warnings as much. Okay, so that's going to be okay, I think, for a landing. I will not show you all of the landing because it's going to be horrendous. Right, so I think that's going to be okay. So I think what I want to do now is, we've got about 800 meters per second. 800 meters per second is not going to be enough to bring this all the way down as low as I want, is it? No, it is not. So I have to start getting selective a bit. What if we roll it? What if we roll the position a bit? Get rid of all that. Right. Hello, get rid of that as well. Thank you. Right. If I put a maneuver there, if we do that, sorry, it's going to move our periaps round to there a bit. That's not enough. Too much. What about if I put it there? We do a bit of that. We could go hard into the atmosphere, is what I'm thinking. I want to land in the sun, and currently our periaps is right on the yeah, that's on the terminator, and I don't really want that. If I do that, we could go in hard. I mean, that would be a very vicious entry potentially. I don't think we'd survive it. I don't think we would survive that. I do want to go in the sun though. That's only going to take 60. What can I do to migrate this? What can I do to move my periaps around? Let's have a look. We can do a bit of that. That is going to move it out a bit. That's going to move it to there. What about... Let's do the move here. If I did that, it moves it around the cycle, doesn't it? Yeah, a bit. And then I do a bit of that. And a bit of that. It takes an awful lot of energy just to move it that distance. What about if we put something over here? What does that do? That's not going to help me. That's not helping me at all. Bit of that, bit of that. I mean, what we could do, which is a bit of an annoying one, I don't know if this is the right way of doing it. We could put a little bit of a pump in there, say 300, something like that, or 100. Then from there, we could then go add maneuver. That's not going to help. Pull that down. Let's have a look. What's that actually going to cost me? That's 600. Yeah, that's too much. So give us 400-ish. Right, and then we could do a pull it down there. And then that, it doesn't really do much better, does it? I think we're going to land in the dark, no matter what I do. Oh, that's annoying. That is really annoying. Oh. Right, I think, you know what? I think we go for the rough entry. I think we do a maneuver node here. I think we pull it down. No, actually, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna do as much as we can, pulling this way. Is that right? Yeah, let's do it here. So we've got this fuel. We might as well use it. We're gonna pull you along as far this way as we can. What's your height there? I want to go a little bit once we intercept the atmosphere, it's gonna be pronounced. Oh, we're doing things. Stuff and things are occurring right there. So we've got 800. We're gonna use a bit of it. And a bit more of that. Stay noticeable, thank you. And I want to come down to, you know what? Does that put me in the atmosphere there? That's going to put me on the equator. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's go for it. Let's do that one. Right, let's warp to there. It's not the prettiest of things. We're going to get an interface. It'll be actually testing just how rough this heat shield can deal with stuff. We know that it tends to be a bit dodgy, even at the best of times. So, you know, we may fail this mission. But you live and you learn. Again, it's a bit like our Mars mission at the start here, where we're attempting to actually experience, you know, what the atmosphere is like, what we can put up with. We don't have a lot of systems doing assessments of these things, so, you know, we'll do what we need to do. I think we'll probably just go there. Yeah, just do it. Just fire the engines, and these should burn out pretty quickly. Make it go fasty speed, and that's going to hopefully bring us down into the atmosphere quite abruptly. Now, that, of course, this is going to be a lot of drag very quickly, but then Venus's atmosphere is pretty extreme at the best of times, so this might be too much. This might be a horrendous idea. I'm doing it, and I can't go back now. I've done it. It's happened. It's done. Leave it like that. Live with it. Live with it. Accept what you are living with, sea monsters. There we go. Oh. Well, that's good, because how much fuel was left on board there? Wow. Can you pump? Now that's interesting. Let's try that. The bottom tank there. So I wonder if we can pump that out, and out. Is this cheaty? Is this going to let me relight? No. So once they're initiated, okay. Have they fixed that? I wonder if they have. Right. Okay, we're going to come around to about here. No, don't warp to the next maneuver. Thank you very much. Go. Yeah, warp there. That's it. So we should have signal. Now, that's going to be above us when we go. Oh, beautiful. This could be really nice, actually. We could actually be perfectly positioned. Right, we're gonna control from in here. Is where I want to control from now. Come here. There we are. Right, we're going to activate your avionics. We're going to control from here. Right. We're going to put ourselves in retrograde. First of all. There we go. Where are we? Where's the there is the planet. Okay. And we're going to decouple. We're going to fire again. Our RCS is on. Okay, that's nice. We've got a little spin on, but that's not a problem. And we're going to not deploy the parachute yet. We're going to wait. We're going to wait as we go through the atmosphere. I want the parachute to be the last thing that we do. All right. And I think we're ready to go. So this might explode upon entry. Seriously. We're about 17 minutes away. We can speed up just a smidgen now. Just a smidgen. Just get it closer. And yeah, slow it down a bit. We don't want to hit the atmosphere too much, too quickly. We want to get ourselves aligned nicely. There we go. Get yourselves retrograde. Good stuff. We can knock off the alarm clock actually, because we've got 130 days until the next thing we actually need. Right. So this thing should be stable right now. Has it actually arrested it? Oh, it has arrested its rotation. Okay, I don't want force rotor on. I don't need it to be forced. Right, we're gonna keep going. Now it's going to drift a bit. When we get to about 200, then I'll start being, well, not 200, it's probably 500. We'll get a bit concerned. We're going to be coming in quite fast. Let's have a look. Come on. Right. Yeah, okay. So that's 250 miles up, 250 kilometers up, sorry. We're coming into that range, and where's the atmospheric interface on this? What I do want to do is I want to put telemetry, pressure, data, all that stuff on. But I actually want to turn off transmission, because transmission is the killer of everything. Right, what's our battery looking like? battery is, you know what, I can go on this one, it tells me. Hello, go on this. We have perpetual electric charge because we've got the sunlight. That should be okay. Okay. Right, we're coming in. We could actually do a bit of physical time warp on this one. Just get it down there and it allows the RCS to do its stuff. We have quite a bit of RCS left. We're going to end up no doubt using that. We are now using... Are we? Oh no, we're actually charging. We're actually charging our tanks. Right, we're now into the atmosphere. That was like 140, 145. Right, so this is where it's going to get interesting because we're going to go in quick. Hopefully this will actually hold up to it. We've built that there. There's no sort of fairings or anything on it. There's just this. Oh, we got a bit of heating. That is getting hot. Oh, that's a lot of G-force, a lot of quickness. Oh, come on. That's a lot of G-force very quickly. I'd really like it if we landed in the sun. So if you just slow down really, like it's like a brick hitting a wall, isn't it? Oh, brick hitting a wall, that's a terrible thing. But yeah, that's pretty much the act. Can you imagine putting crew through this? They'd be dead. They'd be dead now. You have to do, I don't even know what you do for crew for Venus. Right, okay. Okay. Good. We can turn the RCS off now. We're going to let it just do its thing. And I think we're through it. So that was good. So we can actually do quite a rough atmospheric entry in round Venus, and it will survive as long as we're orientated correctly and we've got a big heat shield and we don't have biological people on board. Right. What have we got? We've got orbital science has been completed. Wonderful. That's good. Now, how are we doing for our other mission? We are looking at atmospheric science data after going below. So have we gathered some data? Are we thinking, right, do I need to transmit? Can we do a transmission dump now? Because we've got stuff going on. So data, let's have a look. We go auto, let's dump it. Yeah, electric charge is running out, but that's not a big issue. Not a big issue. We are enabled. How's our data going? Is data flow going? We are data flowing. Okay, what do I want? What do I really want to get? Flying low. We'll just see what happens. We'll just get that data out of there, right? Okay, we're dumping data. We're dumping all the science. I am going to let this flop through the atmosphere, and I will probably see at the very end before we finish the episode, because you do not need to see this falling through the atmosphere. Right, you can see us currently, and I was going to say we're going to wait until we land, but we have this mission for transmit science data from Venus's atmosphere after going below 110 kilometers. We're in the low, flying low, so it's got to be below that. I have actually forced these on. So if you actually go into wherever your science is and you click on the info, you can force run, which I have done. So I'm actually going to stop these now. I've done those two. It has transmitted. It said, yeah, it's transmitted, but you get no science for it. It has not completed that mission. Okay, so I'm not entirely sure if we're going to get that. I may have to go in and manually actually take the thing. We do still have a visible imaging scanner running, which has not been collected before. However, if I actually look at it, it's got another 27 minutes to run on it. I do not believe that we're going to get done with that. We will see. I will see if it'll actually transmit. It may be that we'll have to get some surface samples or something like that. It seems interesting. It's atmospheric data that it's looking for. We've forced that atmospheric data just to try and get it when it was in low flight. So yeah, I wonder if there might be a glitch in that mission. I don't know. We will see. I will probably just take it anyway. You can see that we've got science data from the atmosphere. It is transmitting. Let me just show you. There you go. It is transmitting. We've got signal. We have power. It's running okay. We're not using much electric charge up at all. So I will join you back down at the surface. Right, we are just coming through the atmosphere, and we have just sent off the visible imaging data, and yeah, we got a thing completed, and it is the atmospheric probe. So it can't be a reuse of data. That's interesting. So if you send a craft through somewhere that's already done science data, you can't get anything else. You can't get that mission completed. That's a little concerning, actually. Right, we are just coming through the final sort of 2 kilometers, 3 kilometers of stuff. I'm going to pop the parachute. It'll probably explode. In fact, we'll do that now. Let's have a look. Is the parachute going to go? What's that there? Pre-deploy. What? Is it because we're spinning? Oh. There we go. What's it say? Arm parachute. There we go. Right. disarm parachute, arm parachute. Right, we're going to turn on the RCS, and I'm going to see if we can actually land this thing. So I will see you hopefully down on the surface if everything goes right, or the whole thing will explode on landing, but we'll see. So I will see you hopefully down on the surface. Right, we are coming down to land, and I'm just hoping that the RCS is gonna, no, it's not gonna, we're gonna flop around again, aren't we? Oh, that's terrible, yet again. So that is a long-term design flaw with this craft, which is that it will basically sit upside down. What a problem. So we have landed. Have we completed, oh, hello, where are we? Oh, there we are, we're facing upwards. Right, have we completed the mission? Let's have a look. What does it say? Landed, transmit science data from the surface. So we will be running that. We're going to run that nice and quickly. We should have we don't have a data connection. Why? Limited program, we don't have data. Okay, we do have some electric charge. After all that connection we had, when are we going to get a next connection? It's going to be over the top. Okay. We are going to be okay, I think, for connection. That's on its way around. That's on its way around. Yeah, we're going to be fine. I think we should have enough. There we go. We got signal a little bit there. There we go. Okay. There we go. We got some data sent up. What was that? So that was flying low. Okay. Flying, landed. So what I want to actually do is stop that data going. No, let it go. Let it go. We'll get rid of that. We'll clear out the buffers. You'll notice that it is overheating and everything's going. So I will just assume we finished that. Why is it not completed that? We actually transmitted that. We have transmitted the visible imaging data from the surface. That's interesting. Oh, actually, you know what? We can do that. Let's get rid of it. Right, let's do that. Let's get some of this data done. Dump it as quickly as possible while we've got a signal. And see if we can get this mission completed, and then we can end this episode, because it has gone on a bit for me. I'm going to be honest with you. Venus, I always forget how horrible Venus missions are. We are not doing this again. I do like the fact they've improved the textures on Venus. It's much better than it was in previous versions of RP-1. So yeah, please check it out. Go and have a look at Venus. Go and land on Venus. Don't worry when it takes 20 minutes to go through the atmosphere, because you, by the way, didn't have a parachute until the final kilometer there, so it wasn't the parachute doing it. Probably should have actually decoupled the heat shield. I think maybe if we were rebuilding this craft, I'd put a decoupler there, and then I'd potentially raise the position of the parachute. I don't know, do something a little different, make it triangular, something like that, just so that we would get some electricity from the solar panels. Although I suppose in reality, you ain't going to get much electricity from down there. Oh, there we go. We've completed stuff. Oh, it's gone. Something's been transmitted. Okay, so we've completed the Venus landing. Right, so from me, until next time, have a great one.